Okay, I am live. This is Nelson Marsh, One Eye Blind Arts. I'm just going to straighten this out just a bit, just a touch. So you can see everything. And I almost spilled the paint, but I saved it. Holy cow. That is a good start. That is a good sign that it's going to be a good time, having fun. That's all that's all that matters is we have a great time. And my, it's been too long since I've been on, since I have gone live. And okay, so I have pre-mixed already. We have Mr. Black, who is going to be on the, excuse me, on the background, because you need a background when you do a paint pouring, when you do a string pull, like I'm doing. You will have, you need something to back it on, pull the string through, and to spread the colors, spread it the colors. Um, so there's black. That's the background. I have I have white, and that is going to be poured on. As you'll see later, the the string will be pulled along with like a toothpick or something like that. Um, really cool. Um, and I have violet. I have a violet color, and I really like violet. It's a phenomenal color, and I think I see Poker Rossi. Hello, sir. Good to see you. I can barely read that name. I can barely read the name, but Poker Rossi. How's my volume here? Do I have sound good? Hope I have good sound. Um, so I also have not just the violet, but I have orange. I have orange to lay across, and this is going to be a multi uh, lily looking type uh, painting. String full pour, and let me get this closer. And like I say, everything's pre-mixed, um, so hopefully there won't be too much of lag time or whatever you say. Um, okay, I got the violet here, and I told you I got the white, and almost threw my microphone on the floor. That wouldn't be good. It wouldn't hurt nothing. Okay, so I've got the black like I say, I got the black as the background. I gotta be really careful not to spill any of these. Okay, now what I'm gonna do with the black is I'm gonna lay the background, and this is pre-mixed. Uh, so it's got water and glue in it, so that, you know, it will bind better. It will last a little longer. And what I'm going to do is just spread that out like this, thusly. And then I'm going to take my handy dandy knife. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was close. What I'm going to do is okay, it's right in front of me. The knife that's right in front of me. I'm going to spread this. Spread the paint, spread the paint. Just go along so it's fluid. So that way I have enough paint for the background to go along. And Hopefully, it's probably been over a year since I've done a string pull. Uh, you know, I kind of forgot why I hadn't done it in a while. And then I remembered I had other stuff to do. Um, so, and I have a little surprise, little bonus for you. This is a 16 by 20 canvas, and I left enough background paint in there to cover a little cute little 5 by 7 painting. 5 by 7, 5 inches by 7 inches. And I just like uh, this spread is really, really nice. So I can tell this is going to be a winner of a painting here. And usually my string pulls have been, one straight down the center. And good thing I've got moisture pads or whatever, protector pads underneath. That way when I get a little spill or whatever, or get on myself, paint on myself, I can just wipe her off. No problem. Let's make sure this is edge. We're going there. And later I'm going to be using some different colors for the 5 by 7. So that should be exciting. And we'll see what happens here. Sometimes you got to take the canvas. There's a little bit of a dip in this canvas, but it's usable, it's workable, it's still workable. Okay, so we got the black background. Excuse me. Clean my knife off a bit. So now this section, it's very interesting. What I'm going to do is, what am I going to use for? What am I going to lay down first? I think what I'm going to do first, color-wise, I think we're going to lay down the violet first. And we're going to do that. What I'm going to do, excuse me, it's warm up here. Here's my string. My handy dandy string. Woohoo! You can do anything with it. So anyways, as we were, I'm just making sure that I have long enough string. If not, that's okay. I have an entire roll of string. And what I'm going to do is drop the 5 by 7 onto the 16 by 20. Ooh, and make a really cool design. Looks like pizza. Abstract pizza. We'll take care of that a little later. No big deal. So what I'm going to do with the violet, I'm going to tongue's getting twisted here. I'm going to take this string and dip it. There's several ways you can apply this. This is, for right now, the most convenient way. Usually I would pour the paint. Let me get in there. Get your color on you. And now I have to fish it out of the cup. Not too bad of a deal. Okay. So that's, I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to make sure all that's on there. So, and I'm going to be making more than one string pull here. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to lay this, say about there, right along there, and I'm going to take the knife and just make sure it's on there. Oh yeah, that's right. I figured out. Now I remember why I pour that. I pour a little bit on top. So it shows the color. So it comes out nice and even. And this is sort of a tedious part, but you know, I always have it. You can't use too much paint, I don't think. My world is that I'm knee deep in canvas in a sea of paint, if that makes any sense, you know. But it works for me. Okay, that's string number one. The white is going in next. Come on, white. You're the next contestant. Now get in there and show them what you can do. Now that's heavily dipped. I've lost the string. Oh, there we go. This is sort of it's a little bit of a messy job, but you know, I wouldn't have it any other way. So it's okay if it drips a little bit onto the black background because it's just going to cover. It's going to cover beautifully. So now I'm going to take a little the white here. And we're going to pour like that over the string. And I just noticed that I scraped the black background with the cup. But I don't think that should be too much of an issue. We'll see what happens here. I don't think it's major. That's not a major thing at all. Okay, so what else was I going to use? Oh, the orange. I forgot about the orange. And I've got, I'm going to use a little bit smaller string for that. Put them in there, you know, all nice and cozy and being in an orange jacuzzi. How's that? Orange jacuzzi. Here we go. Put this guy back where he's safe and sound. What is that? So, what I'm going to do now, where'd the orange? Oh, I put the orange back so I wouldn't kill it. so the color wouldn't get all messed up. Okay, so here we go with this. You know, and really there's no wrong way. I think I'm going to use, I've got a fourth string. You know what I'm going to do? And then I'm going to, I think so. That one's too small. Where'd it go? Oh, right there. That's going to be like so. I'm going to do another round of white on the bottom here, just for the giggles of it. Just because it's a good thing to do. It seems like the right thing. It seems like the right thing to do. And I know this looks something like a mess, but trust me, it's going to be beautiful when it is completed. Okay, so now I'm gonna just kind of throw the colors around a little bit. I'm gonna have a little teeny bit of this violet, sort of, not the whole part of the white, but just enough to have a nice little look, have a nice little thing here. And I think I'm gonna add a bit of white to that purple, just a little, just not. Well, no, that's got enough thing. And there goes the microphone, and just fix that like that, no problem. So now the trick is this. What I'm going to do, I want to make it look like there's more than one flower going on here. So I think what I'm going to do is all right, that ends there. So I'm going to take and pull just like that. Just like that. Then take the center here, go straight down the center, and make sure I got all the strings kept in one orderly fashion. And I'm going to take this over here, maybe over here, and I'm going to pull it. Not too hard now, not too hard. Wow, look at that. Look at that. You see how nice this is? You see how this is coming out? Wow, this is just totally, this is actually blowing my mind. It's like, why did I wait so long to do these? And it's like, I think I know why, but because I've been involved with a bunch of other stuff, and let's see. And we're going to continue this all the way down. All the way, all the way, all the way, until you got a string glop. And that's part of that. I think what I'm going to do is, let's see. Wow, that is amazing looking. That really looks cool. I think what I'm going to do, I could add some, I know I'm not going to pull anymore on this one, but I have green. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take the green, dip it in my paint, or dip it with my knife. It's a pretty green. It's a Kelly green. And what I'm going to do is sort of give it some leafage. Wow, that looks really amazing. It looks, and I do this side, probably about the same. And I'm just going to turn the knife a bit so that it, I don't want to make any black in there. And I'm going to extend these leaves. Extend them, extend them, extend them. Boy, this is an even grander idea. Just like that, just like that. And I'm going to make them cross a little bit. That's cool right there. That's cool. Give them a little bit of a edge here. Give it a chance. Give them some chances, right? Whew. Thank you all you guys for tuning in. Boy, I can't tell you how appreciative I am. No, I'm gonna tip a little bit because this will move. Not much, but I just got some on my wrist, so my forearm, that's okay. Just go. Bzzz. It's pretty much gone. Yeah. Now I've got some, you know what? I've got some orange right here. I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. I know it. I know it. I know it. Clean this knife off. Dip a little bit of orange in there. Because it says, I want to be a part of this thing. I want to be a part. Give me a part of this. Let me be a part. So, shoot. Look at that. And you will see. Be amazed. Be amazed. You will be amazed. Yeah. I don't think Violet wants to be left out either. I think Violet wants to be involved, included. You know, my colors, my paints, they just get jealous when, I use one over the other. And it's just like, you have to break up fights. You have to break up paint fights. These colors argue sometimes. But if you're kind to your paint, if you're kind to all that, then it should be okay, right? And a little. I'm just gonna. Well, that's dripping, but okay. Who cares? This is gonna be. This is, you know. That's the orange, violet. Oh, what the heck? It's gonna show up anyway. So now I got my handy dandy string, which I have misplaced. Where did I put my stringy? Isn't this fun? Now I'm all strung out. I'm just gonna. I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. No big deal. I'm just gonna take one string here. I'm gonna. Nope. These are sharp scissors. Don't poke yourself with them. No scissor poking. That can be bad. And this is yay long. Because I said so. And I think what is going to be done, I'll just take this piece right here, melt it there, and just to be a little bit different to be on the different side of things, I'm going to take the knife and let me just get the rest of the string on there. I don't want to get distracted because it's going to come out. The colors are going to meld together anyway. So it's like, what am I worried about? I don't worry about it. I don't worry about anything anymore. Because this is going to come out and I love it. And I'll just take it. It's very interesting because this might turn out to be a kind of like a different color, or different, might come out a different shape. So you never know. You never know. So hold your breath for not too long, however long you want. And we will go visit. Look at that. That's not too shabby. You see that? That's kind of... What I'm going to do is just spread this out a little bit. Spread it out a little bit. Spread that out a little bit. Spread that out a little bit. Ooh, awesome. Now we do the same with this. Straight down the middle. Make her pretty. Make sure all the string is coming along. and it's cooperating. Excellent. Excellent with cooperation there, paint. And I need to dip a little bit of white. I think I'm just gonna, all I need to do is do a little dip and a little rundown. And there you have it right there. There you have it right there. That's what works. Whew! And now I'm going to take that green again. I'll make sure the knife is clean pretty good. And dip. I love using my knife. And we're going to dip it good enough so the paint shows up. All right, here we go. Oops. That's all right. Let's see if that'll show. And I need another dip. It's all right to use the paint the any way you want to. It's not always easy to manipulate, but if you're patient enough, it all works out. All works out. So I'm going to take this and he's got a little bit of smaller leaves. It's got a little bit smaller greenage, you know. Okay. Do some complimentary stuff here. Little grass. If you can see that. Yeah, you can see it pretty good. I mean, I wish I had a better angle. I wish I had a better angle to do this, but, you know, such as things go. Wow. That is really, really... Let's see if I can turn this around a bit so that y'all can see. This is one of my nicer, I think this is one of my better pieces, one of my better pourings. It'll look better turned around very carefully. And there you have a pretty nice painting right there, if I say so myself. And what I'm going to do now, I did promise you a 5x7, which is right here in that, which now looks like an abstract pizza. And what I'm first going to do is drop another cloth. So that we don't get 100% messy. It's all right to be a little messy, but, you know, for the painting's sake, what the heck, you know, you gotta do what you can, do what you can. Okay, so now I'm going to take this little guy and I'm going to use the white. Just going to pour the white down. And this might come out a little bit, a little horse of a different color, so to speak, because I've kind of dipped in stuff like that. But I'm really hoping that the background actually will work. But I think it will work. I got a little bit of white. I got a little bit of green in there. But like I say, it's going to be pulled along by the string. And what's art without a little bit of investigation, a little bit of risk? I'm as being an artist, I'm all about risks. Going where you haven't gone before. I think that's important. I really think it is. Let's see. I wanted to, let's see. I could. That's not pliable. I can't believe I misplaced my ball of string. That's classic Nelson. That's classic me. But I think I can retrieve it or achieve it. And I really don't know where I put the darn thing. Now I'm embarrassed. I'm gonna take a risk anyway. I'm gonna take another risk, and try and I'm gonna use the same string, but I'm gonna crazily sop up most of that leftover paint that was on there. Because I think it'll work. I believe it'll work. And it's come out somewhat clean. So, and I don't need as much. I don't need the length of string as much. So, what I'm going to do here, I'm looking over here. I can probably zing that about yay far. Let's see, where are you? And I'm not going to do the whole thing here. Clip. Put that right there. That's about where I want it. And I'm doing things just a little differently. Hopefully I'll have success with this. But it's kind of neat. I have the greenish white background. And I think what's going to happen is that I'm going to get a pretty good a pretty good outcome. So I'm going to do this a couple layers. You know, I like doing these. Let's see. This should be at least half. I'll lay the string. Depends on how big you want your flower, really. Depends on what you want, how big you want it. This is art. You know, I'm going to use the white. I think it's going to come out cool looking, you know. How do you know there's not a flower that color with those colors on it? You know? And the orange. Put the string down first. Okay, that's going to be a little bit smaller. And we'll see what happens here. I think it'll happen. I think something will work here. And then I'll use I can use the rest of this stuff for, do I have a smaller piece? I thought I cut one in half here. And I don't see it. But then that's what happens when you're blind in one eye. You can't see out of the other one. But that's all right. That's all right. I'm going to do a little bit more white. Just a little bit. Or a little bit more violet. Yeah, I'm going to use a little bit more violet. See, I did enough mixture that I can do a couple more paint pourings, which I love doing, and I hope you like it also. And okay, so I'm going to take my knife. I know this is kind of hard to see, but let's see if we get a nice little string pull pour. And that's cool. I think what I'm going to do, a little bit over here. Takes that like thus. There, it looks like you got another type of flower, another type of arrangement. Thusly, I'm just sort of swirl this around a little bit. And there you have it. Little cute little 5x7. The camera's really bad. So right there. So nice colors and all that. I'm going to finish off covering the edges, painting the edges and everything like that. But for now, it is time for signing off. I really appreciate you stopping by, saying hello, and all that good stuff. May God bless you and keep you. And we will see each other again. And anyway, you have yourself a good evening. See you again soon. Whoops.